Toys 360, your VIP access to the most innovative toys of the 21st century. We scoured the globe to bring you the best in technical gadgets, super distinct products, and uber powerful vehicles. From the progressive to the inspiring. So sit down, strap in, and prepare to experience the latest in tech toys. Coming up on this episode, experience an innovative Italian automaker that bursts onto the supercar scene. A 60 miles per hour ride on an inventive water toy, standing up. A race car simulator built with cutting-edge robotics. And a retro-style motorbike infused with 21st century technology. Velocity. Planing across flat water at speeds in excess of 40 miles per hour. Sounds insane? Maybe. It's also an unforgettable adrenaline rush. Water toys come in many shapes and forms. But in the case of the Jetboard, its performance is born from passion and technology. Jetboard is a motorized surfboard that pushes innovation for the sake of an adrenaline rush. Hit the throttle and take to the waves. Tech Toys 360 travels to the serene settings of Huntington, California. To speak with the inventor of the Jetboard, an innovator whose approach to sports equipment provides insight into how new technologies make for a world of fun. Invented by Bob Montgomery, a former professional surfer who battled greats like Chuck Dent and Dewey Weber, the Jetboard is based on a simple idea, a motorized board that travels at high speeds. Bob Montgomery discusses his vision for the Jetboard.
As a young boy, I was surfing with a bunch of other buddies of mine in the water on a small day. We were really bored and talking a million miles an hour, and all of a sudden we looked down the beach and we actually saw a set of waves about 500 yards away, and we all said at once, only if we had a motorized surfboard we'd go catch those waves. And that God-given dream never left me.
Having competed during the gold age of surfing, Montgomery wanted to take the sport and surf culture to a wider audience, where flat water was more accessible than coastal waves. He began developing prototypes in his garage, sketching out designs and engineering the mechanics.
Well, as you can see on the prototypes, they look a little pregnant as you go down the line here. That's because I had to use other people's engines, like a Mercury outboard, a Subaru engine with the first surf jet. But they weren't right. They were made for outboards. I searched the world for an engine that would fit into a board and make it flat. So I knew that I had to make one.
The real secret to the Jetboard's inventive design is its patented flat engine technology. The traditional internal combustion engine was reshaped into a motor only 6.5 inches high, 10 inches wide, and 17 inches long.
It's like a little torpedo.
This single-cylinder, 362cc, two-stroke engine delivers 55 horsepower. A one-direction jet pump propels the board. From large and cumbersome early versions, he refined the product until his dream became a viable reality. The freedom of flat water surfing achieved. Even the surfer's hallmark sideways stance proved possible. Later, cutting-edge 3D CAD technologies became essential to improve the design of the fiberglass hull. One of the many challenges in developing a motorized board was maintaining a low center of gravity, key to surfing.
When you ride on a board, you want that low center of gravity, not the high center of gravity, because it's much more stable.
And by placing the motor towards the center of the board, not only lowered the center of gravity, but also increased stability, thus improving the rider's balance.
I found it's like a balancing beam, like a plane. So if you're going to take off, you got to have your CG right. Mechanical CG is one thing. It's very important to get your mechanical weight placed so there's a balance point.
It also enabled the rear placement of the rider, a technological solution that makes possible high-speed planing and G-force turns without a steering mechanism other than the rider's body.
When he jumps on, the CG moves up to his upper torso right here, right in the center. Now, Smart thinking, he just barely leans this way and that board performs.
Fighter jet intensity can be achieved by leaning left or right. Nose riding is a different experience. A pliable handle allows the rider to walk to the nose of the board with only water in view. The principles of buoyancy at work. Though designed to support its own weight, up to 195 pounds, the jetboard can also carry up to 350 pounds. A man with a passion for the sport and the technological know-how has innovated the surfboard. Experimenting with new and emerging technologies has made possible a thrill ride for anyone with nerve enough to skip the water's surface at breakneck speeds.